Hi everybody, and welcome back to our blog in association with the Liverpool Echo. Now I was on Facebook the other day and I was on Liverpool's running discussion group, and a few people mentioned that they're getting kind of calf strains and calf tears. So I thought it's a pretty common injury amongst runners especially, so I think I'll help you out a little bit and give you some great ideas, techniques and tips on how we can better prepare these muscles in our calf and soleus to cope with the demands of running and even the demands of other sports, okay, like football, rugby, boxing, anything else we can think of. Alright, so if we think about our calves and what their job is during the gait, it's basically to act as a shock absorber, okay, so it works really well with our foot and the muscles of our quads, our hamstrings and our glutes to look at, control knee flexion as your foot hits the ground. Okay, so your knee comes forward, your foot collapses, and basically you're slowing down that reaction to propel you back up to push you forward again. Okay, now depending on what research you look at, when our foot hits the floor during running, it can be anything up to 2 to 3, possibly 1.5 to 3 times our body weight. Okay, so some of the research is different in different places. So in anybody's book though, that's a hell of a lot of load going through one leg at a time, repeatedly over miles and miles and miles. Alright, so if we're not prepared right, eventually, and we've probably all been there, something's going to give. Okay, and quite often it's these guys down here that get really tight, tense, and kind of get battered a lot, and again we don't probably take enough care of them like we should. So what we're going to look at today is again dynamic exercises or stretches that look to prepare our calves and our soleus muscles to cope with the demands of hitting the floor and controlling the motion through our feet and the rest of our body during running. Alright, so that word dynamic is really important in that sentence, okay, because that running is very dynamic. Alright, and if we prepare statically, we're not going to push our body through the same demands, so therefore it's not going to be prepared how we'd like it to be. So we're going to look at some dynamic stretches that help load the muscles in a way very similar to running, that's going to allow you to prevent injury, and they're very good exercises as well, done at a lower level to help you recover from an injury in the future. So I hope you enjoy the exercises, and as always, give us some feedback on the article when you're done, and tell us kind of how you integrated them into your training and how they helped, if they helped at all. Okay, so here we go. Good luck. Okay, we're going to start at a fairly low level, right? We're going to focus this one on our soleus muscle, alright? We're going to go through a little 3D matrix on our soleus. So we're going to use a wall for stability, and we're going to take a big step forward with our right foot. So we're going to work in on our left soleus muscle, okay? Now all we're going to do with this is keep most of our weight through our left leg, and all I want you to do is keep your heel of your left foot down, and we're going to start driving your knee forwards over your toe. Okay, so you can keep about 70% of your weight through your left leg. Okay, so you really feel that stretching right at the bottom of your left calf. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to use our left knee and we're going to add a little transverse plane drive, so a bit of a twist, and we're going to twist in and twist out. Okay, twist in and twist out. Okay, so notice that we're coming up and down, but we're driving on the in, then out, in, then out. What we're going to do this time, we're going to go side to side. Okay, and this time we're going to try and stay nice and low into the stretch. Okay, and relax. So obviously then we'd switch that around, swap our stances, and do it on the right side as well. Okay, so we're going to tweak it a little bit now, alright? We're going to focus on, you're still going to hit your soleus, but we're going to focus on a big muscle, a gastrocnemius muscle, alright? And this time we're going to keep our leg at the back straight. So again, we're going to work on our left leg, and we're going to work on keeping the heel of our left foot nice and flat. So you're going to have to lean against the wall a little bit more for this, okay? So all we're going to do on this one is we're going to start picking your knee up with your right, picking your knee up on your right leg, and we're going to start driving it forwards and backwards against the wall. Alright, so you're going to go in to hit the wall with the point of your right knee. But don't worry, you're never going to get there. Okay, so you should feel your ankle flexing and extending. Alright, and a big stretch going right up the back of your leg. Okay, I'm going to go for that one. Now, I want you to imagine a straight line in front of you on the carpet or on the floor. And we're going to try and touch it as far away from our body as we can with our right foot. Okay, so we're going to go as far over there as we can and as far over there. Keeping our hips forward and keeping tension in our calf muscle all the time. So this exercise really helps our foot kind of adjust and move and stay flexible as well. Okay, we're going to go one more and we're going to put the transverse plane in. So again, we're going to keep our heel back, keep our heel down, knee up nice and high again on your right leg, and this time we're going to make big circle movements. Okay, and get big twisting movements through our hips, which will carry down into our calf and our left ankle. And last couple of seconds, and relax. Now if you're finding that hard, come a little bit closer. Okay, and just use bigger ranges of motion to get the results that you want. Alright, it is quite tough on the upper body, and it's also quite a good core workout, but it will really target that calf muscle in a way that's quite functional for running and for sport. So guys, so there you go. So we got a couple of exercises in there, nice and short and sweet. One that's going to target the lower muscle, our soleus, and one is going to target the bigger muscle up top, our gastroc, okay, or gastrocnemius. Now, we worked in all three planes of motion there, which is really, really important, because during running, our foot kind of reacts in all three planes, so does our knee and our hip, so our calf and soleus has to react in all three planes as well. So, making a move in the frontal, the transverse plane, and forwards and backwards in the sagittal plane is really important. So try those, integrate them into your workout, even have a go at them kind of post-rehab or during rehab if you can. And please, as I've said before, leave a comment to let me know how they went, and I hope you enjoyed the exercise, and I'll see you again soon.